Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again, and today we have in front of us Autobot, Blaster and Eject from the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy Kingdom line. And there you have him in the box, the artwork looking amazing. There you have your product shots. Eject, getting worried already about the clear plastic. Let's see how that turns out. The illustration for the Kingdom part of the trilogy and legal stuff. And there you have Autobot Blaster in his cassette player mode, looking real. You have the handle there. You can just push here and it opens the tape compartment, where of course you have eject. You can see all the detail in this mold. It's very rich. Here you have his blaster mounted on this peg. It has a peg hole here on the handle. We'll put that aside for a moment. Yeah, and it's very slick. As you can see, no keyble. No real keyble. You know, it's really nicely engineered. And the logo, Autobot logo there is sharp. Also, it's very nice to see that the tape compartment is made of two different plastics. I mean, the red one and the translucent blue. So it's not that fragile, I would say, or I hope at least. Yeah, now for comparison, here you have the Netflix Soundwave. And you can see they are, Blaster is much longer. And it has less back keyble, let's say. Yeah, it also came later. And here you have also a third-party Blaster. I don't even remember the name of the company. It's a third-party one. Here you have also a third-party, Hot Soldiers Soundwave. I don't remember his name. And here you have the core class Soundwave, because that's really great, this little one. Now for transformation, first of all you want to separate these pieces, turn them around, bring them down on the legs and peg them here. There's these large pegs there. That's that. Then you want to untap these sections and bring the legs out. There's this tab next to the cassette slot, so you just lift there a bit, and yeah, that part here is already undoing itself. Let's lift the arms just for some clearance. You turn this around, then you turn the whole leg around, you bring these sections in. You can do this like so as well. Turn this leg around, and then you close this section. Then you just want to pull the toe out, just like that. And you also should turn this. You can leave it like that, but it's part of the transformation. You can have whatever configuration you prefer, visually. Now you just have to, the arms, you just extend them here. There's a tab, I don't know if you can see it there. There's a little tab here on the side. You just click there, bring the hand down, and you turn the whole arm, and then you can articulate it as well. So that's one arm. The same for the other one. You just bring the whole arm down, you turn it around this way, and you bring the fist in. I guess at some point some third-party company will make the fillers for this spot of the arm. There's even a tab there, so maybe they're already out there. So then you open this backpack, which is just a very sleek backpack actually. You bring the head around, and that's the whole transformation. So it's a very simple one, but it's very nicely engineered, and it's, let's say, clean and free of traffic. To transform eject, you just want to pull the legs this way. You pull them out from the middle, then you straighten them up, and you turn the sheens around. Then you pull the arms just like this, and you bring the head out of the back, and turn it around. So it's I mean, of course it's a very simple one, but yeah, there you have your tiny little figure here. I don't know if the arms are supposed to stay like that, or should I turn them around like that? Yes, I guess it's like this. And there you have your little Autobot eject. I think this, yeah, you have to be careful with this one because it's entirely made of blue translucent plastic. Even if it looks really nice, I guess it's gonna be a fragile one. You can give Blaster his blaster. Just like, well, before we do that, let's just check the articulation. The head can look up that far, just a little bit, look down just a little bit. I mean, because of the squareness of this guy, he has a little bit of tilt to the sides, and of course can turn all the way around. The shoulders can go up to almost 90 degrees, almost, just like 87 degrees, you know. Can go all the way around, of course. He has a bicep swivel. You can lift the arm, the elbows up to like 100 degrees. I mean, it's just a bit slightly over 90, but that, well, decently over 90. But it's just a little bit, but it's appreciated, you know what I mean. And the hands are just there. You have no turning on the fists or whatever. He has a waist swivel, of course. You have the button here for the chest compartment, and something we didn't check is the amount of detail inside there, which is also very nicely sculpted. It's not just a flat, it has a certain volume to it. Now the hips can go, he can do the full splits, actually, that's what I meant. He can kick forward that far, 90 degrees. He can kick backwards. You lift that thing all the way, you know. And the knee, yeah. You have a thigh cut, and the knee can go 90 degrees backwards. You can go a bit forward, but yeah, nothing that you really need, let's say. He has a nice ankle pivot. The toe can move due to transformation, and that's it for the feet. Yeah, actually that's the whole articulation, if I'm right. Now eject can turn the head all the way around, has a ball peg. Due to transformation he can also look up. The arms can turn all the way around. Just be careful because they are entirely made of clear blue plastic, so be very gentle. Or yeah, the arms can turn all the way around on that ball peg, and so it gives you a lot of freedom. The legs can kick forward that far, a bit over 90 degrees, can kick backwards all the way around. He can do, due to transformation, I would say, the full splits as well. It's a nice tiny little guy. And he can also kick, the knee can bend all the way around, over 90 degrees. Yeah. Now taking a look at the blaster, well, at Blaster's blaster, you know, it's very nicely sculpted, but I just realized that sadly it doesn't have a long enough peg. I mean, that little peg there, which is just too short, it's just like it's more like sculpt, but I don't think it's intended as a proper peg. It would have the thickness for this or any other, you know, siege effect part to peg in, but it's just too, yeah, it's not long enough, so it doesn't hold. I don't know if there was another size of peg hole, or I don't know, I have to check, but at least with the ones I have right now in hand, it's not compatible. But the gun itself looks very, very nicely. It's one of the best ones, I dare to say. I mean, in sense of detail, it definitely is maybe the best of the whole War for Cybertron trilogy. I mean, this one is really detailed, even if it has this huge hole there here at the sides. That may be more like intended for the Legacy line. I don't know. In any case, it looks really, really nice. Now, I just wanted to show eject here next to some other little tape people, how they scale together. I mean, I think they're at the same height, or nearly. Is Eject even a bit taller? I think he's a bit taller, just a little, like 2 millimeters taller, and that's how he would look like next to the core class Soundwave. That looks nice. Yeah. And here, for example, next to this tiny very simple Spike Witwicky. Now for size comparisons, there you have Blaster next to both the Bumblebee movie and the Netflix Soundwave, as well as Ravage and Ravage next to Eject. Next to Legacy Bulkhead and Generation Select's G2 Ramjet. And next to Earthrise Optimus Prime and Netflix Bumblebee. Well, that would be also like Earthrise Bumblebee. And that makes it for this review. I hope it was enjoyable and it was useful for you to decide if you want to get this Blaster figure. I think is one of the, I mean, it's a great one, and of course, or I guess the best Blaster figure from the main line so far. So please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you have watched the video this far. More content is on its way from different lines. I don't do only Transformers or only this or that. I do several different lines, so it's always a bit unexpected. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao, ciao, ciao.